Hi guys, in this video I'll be showing you how to make different effects on Scratch. So I'll be showing you how to make weather effects like rain, fog, snow, and even particles, sparks, and confetti. So these effects really look awesome, so let's jump into the video. So first I'll be showing you how to code the rain. So to make rain effects we are going to use costumes. So you could download this in the Google Drive link in the description. So the code is really simple. When green flag click, we need to show and forever next costume, and then we need to set our ghost effect to 80. And now let's test our rain, and now you can see it's a really beautiful rain. So another thing you could do is click on sound and choose a sound and search for rain. So there's a rain sound in the Scratch sound library. Click on that, and when green flag clicked forever, we could play sound rain until done. So okay, now let's test it. And now it gives the real rain feeling. So now I'll be showing you how to code particles. So in my 360 platformer, if you remember, I showed you how to code the particles. So in this video as well, I'll be showing you how to code the particles, and even you could change them into leaves. So the first thing you need to do is to draw a circle. Just click on the circle tool, hold shift and draw a perfect circle, and then fill it with white, and then select it and place it in the center. So you could download all of these sprites in the Google Drive link in the description. So okay, now let's start coding. So the first thing we need to do is when green flag click, hide this sprite and forever wait 1 second and create clone of myself. And now when I start as a clone, we need to go to front layer, show, and now let's set the color effect from pick random from -10 to 0. And now let's go to X to 30 and Y pick random from -200 to 200, and point in direction we need to pick random from -105 to -75, and we need to set our ghost effect to 100 and repeat 5. And then repeat 5, we need to change our ghost effect by -10. Repeat until grab a greater block. So if our X position is greater than -230, then we need to move 10 steps. And then we need to repeat 5. We need to change our ghost effect by 10. And finally delete this clone. So what this code does that it will create a clone here right from X230, which is here, and then it will move 10 steps until it reaches -230, which is here. So okay, now let's test our particles. And now you can see we got really awesome particles. So what you can do to speed up things is just making this wait 1 second for a really small value, let's say 0.1, and now you can see we got really awesome particles. So you could change with these X and Y values. And now if you need to just add something like leaves, and I can see if we change it to leaf, it really matches the background and it also changes the color because of the set color effect. So let's say -20, and now you can see we got even more darker leaves. So you could just play with these values and make your own particle system. So now I'll be showing you how to code the bubbles. So for the bubble, I just draw a circle, click on the circle tool, hold shift and draw a perfect circle and keep it on the center and change it to white. But I added a bubble costume from Google, so you could download this from the Google Drive link. So you can see this is really small. And what you need to do is when we flag click, always we need to hide our original. We need to set our ghost effect to 75 and create clone of myself. When I start as a clone, then we need to show and we need to go to X, grab a pick random for -240 to 240 and Y -171, and we could set our size to pick random from 50 to 125. So you could just add your custom values, and then we need to repeat until grab a O lesser than or equals to. So if Y position is greater than 175 or if Y position is equal to 175, so repeat until we need to change our Y by pick random from 5 to 7, and then we need to change our X by -1 to 1, and then we need to delete this clone. So okay, now let's test our bubbles, and I can see we got really awesome bubbles. So you could just make this more appear by setting this ghost effect to like 60. So now you can see we got a really awesome bubble effect. So now I'll be showing you how to make a fog effect on Scratch. So a fog is a really useful thing for like Scratch Halloween games or your spooky horror games. So for the fog effect, we got this costume, just one costume. It just looks like a fog, and now you can see this is like a fog, but we need to code it so it's like moving. So for that, when green flag clicked, we need to go to front layer and go backward 2 layers. So these two blocks are not necessary, but if you're making a game, this will be useful. So first we need to bring it to the front layer, and if it's above the player or the platforms or something else, you could just send it backwards by number of layers. And then we need to set our ghost effect to like 60. And I can see it's more decent, 60 is good. And we need to go to X10 and Y0, and then we need to show, and now we need to create clone of myself forever. We need to change our X by -1 so it's moving from right to left, and then we need to grab a if statement equals -420. So if X position equals -420, then we need to hide. So okay, now let's code our clones. So for that, when I start as a clone, we need to just copy these 3 blocks. And then we need to set our X to 420, and then we need to forever change x by -1, and if x position equals 10, then we need to create clone of myself, and then if x position equals -420, we need to delete this clone. So now you can see we got a really awesome and spooky looking fog effect. So now I'll be showing you how to code small sparks. So to make spark, we need to zoom it, click on the circle tool, hold shift and draw a circle. And then what you need to do is select it, place it in the center, click on the fill button and select the circle gradient. The first thing you need to do is click on this, no color, and change this red color to like white. And we got another costume, so it's a circle fully filled with white. So the circle in the second costume should be smaller than the circle in the costume 1 because it will give this glow light effect. So I added this black box to make it visible. So what you need to do is just copy and then just paste and then see whether it's smaller than our glow. So the first thing we need to do is when green flag clicked, we need to make a variable called clone and make sure tick run without screen refresh so it runs very faster. And then clone. Then we need to repeat pick random from 20 to 30. So you could add any value you want and create clone of myself. And when I start as a clone, we need to set our size to pick random from 20 to 60. Go to random position and we need to set our ghost effect to pick random from 30 to 80, and then make two new variables called m speed, which is movement speed, and ts for turning speed. And we need to set moving speed to pick random from 0.1 to 1, so it moves really slowly, and our turning speed to pick random for -1.2 to 1.2. And then we need to switch costume to pick random from 1 to 2. And then forever we need to move movement speed and we need to turn right. So ms and ts. And at the very top, when green flag clicked, we need to hide, and when I start as a clone, we need to show right here. So after the switch costume, we need to show. So okay, now let's test our spark effect. And I can see we got this really awesome spark effect. So if you just need to increase this to like 80 or something, you could see we got many sparks, and you could just change this ghost value to make it more visible, but this looks really awesome. So now I'll be showing you how to make the confetti effect. So for that, I just have this circle one. So for that, I first do a circle and make it circle gradient, and then draw a smaller circle and place it in the center so it gets this glow effect. And then I made this square with just combining some rectangles with a square. So when green flag clicks, we need to go to our back layer and go to sprite 1, which is the scratch cat, and point in direction 90 degrees, set our size to 100, clear all graphic effects, and hide. And forever we need to create clones of myself. And then when I start as a clone, we need to show, and then we need to switch costume to pick random from 1 to 2 and set our color effect to pick random from 0 to 200. And then we need to set our size to pick random from 10 to 60. And then make two new variables called x for this sprite only and y for this sprite only. And then we need to set x to pick random from 25 to -10. So you could add any value you want. Set y to 30, -30, and 30. And then we need to repeat until equal round y equal round -15. And then we need to change our y by y, change our y variable by -1, change our x by x, and then we need to change our x by 0, so 0 minus x divided by 9. And then grab a repeat until our y position is lesser than -160. So if it's touching the edge, then we need to change our y by y, change our x by x, and then change our x by 0 minus x divided by 5, and finally delete this clone. So make sure you fix this bug, and it's not set x, it's set y, pick random from 25 to -10, and then set x to pick random from -30 to 30. So now you can see our confetti birds. So Christmas is coming soon, and finally I'll be showing you how to code snow, which will be useful to scratch winter and Christmas games. For the snow, we just need to draw a small circle. And when green flag clicked, we need to show, and then we need to set our ghost effect to 100. Forever, go to random position, set our y to 200, create clone of myself, and then we need to wait 0.10 seconds. And then when I start as a clone, we need to go back, and then we need to clear graphic effects. Forever, we need to change our x by pick random from -1 to 1, and then we need to change our y by -5, and then grab an if statement, and if our y position is lesser than -170, then we need to delete this clone. And at first we just need to hide and replay the show block for when I start as a clone, and when we click we need to hide. And it's not the brightness effect, it's the ghost effect. And then just duplicate when I start as a clone, repeat 5, change our ghost effect by -10. Duplicate, repeat 5, change our ghost effect by 10. So now you can see we got this snow animation. So that's it for this video. So if you like the video, make sure to give it a like, and if you want to get more of this on this channel, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon, and make sure to share this video with your friends. So see you with another awesome Scratch tutorial.